Check, check, check. Check, check. All right, we are live and rocking and rolling on YouTube. All right. Heck yeah, let me get some windows set up here. Window capture. Let's get a different one up here so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay. And then we're going to put this one up to window capture. If you guys have not used, was it Stream Elements Live? It is incredible stuff. You can just live stream right away. And it is awesome. So tonight we are going to be doing some, what's up? My name is Jack. I am the owner, creator, founder of ThatIDo.com. And tonight I'm going to start a series of live development of AI chats. If you go to my website, let's go over there and take a look at it. ThatIDo.com. So we're going to go this view. And we're going to put you. Okay. So, if you guys take a look at my website, get my head out of the way here. What we're looking at here, so when you go to the website and take a look, so what I do is I develop Vertex AI search and conversation agents. The search is a little different, but that is fantastic for anybody in regulatory, safety, anything like that. You can just put in a ton of documents. It'll be an expert overnight. It's incredible. But what's really awesome about these AI chat agents is they live at the middle of a flow. So they'll be essentially the centerpiece. It's an NLP agent built on Google's Vertex AI. And that's going to be the centerpiece of everything. And I'm going to really show you tonight how to take it and make it into a whole flow. But if you go to the website, you'll see just a bunch of different chats. Hank AI, he's my AI chat down here. So you can say, what's up, Hank? You got to talk to Hank a little bit. Give him some love, you know? See what he says. So look at that. Doing a lot for a roofing company. So why is that? So let's hit refresh on old Hank here. We'll say, who is JAI? Because I want to know about what I'm doing today. Tech-driven individuals from Colorado. All right. I like it. But why did it say roofing? Well, check this out. I'm going to get out of here, Hank, real quick. Riley's Roofing AI. So I've built him an AI chat agent because he went absolutely large on the Trottier family's GoFundMe for the house fire. Thank you, Riley. But what you do is you come to Riley's page, right? And you'll see this red chat, but this one's still Hank. All you got to do right here, boom, hit refresh. Now we got Riley's roofing chat. And we still got the conversation from Hank, so it's going to switch over with you. But this is how you can use it essentially in different departments of your company. So you say, who is Riley's roofing? Commercial and residential roofing company in Colorado. So what's important about this is it's going to change over with you on the website. You can take that and go to Riley's Roofing. It's going to remember all the data, remember the conversations, and improve with you over time. If you guys have seen custom GPTs or anything like that, that's what this is, but it's a Google version. It's got a ton of power, and they had it out at the end of September. OpenAI is great. I use ChatGPT for a lot of things, but for an AI conversational agent, I'm going to stick with Google and Vertex AI's platform. It's an incredible platform. But what I wanted to show you today, too, before we get rocking and rolling on some development, is how I'm really going to do this stuff and what it's going to end up being. Let me switch out. Got out a different window here. But that's fine. Let's see, window capture. I want to show you guys my Vertex AI, at least platform we're looking at here. So I'm going to have to stretch you out a little bit. But this is Golf Chirp. So this is what we'll be doing tonight on the live. Dang, that thing is huge. Bring that down. This is how cool you can do stuff on live. This program's awesome. Stream Elements Live, open source project, just incredible stuff. Gotta love it. Yeah, we'll go into Golf Chirps. We'll put that on there. And we're going to put my little head right here. Let's come over here. Alright, so let's talk about Golf Chirps and what it is. I thought for the first AI live development, we got to do something at least a little bit of fun. Kind of show people what it can do just in one night and really see what's going on. I have prepped and made Golf Chirps. It's live on the website. Go test it. But you really got to see. I'll take you through the full process. I've made a demo project. It won't take that long. It'll be great. And a lot of people have told me, like, hey, I had this $1 million idea, or I had this great idea with ChatGPT or Bard. How do I make it effective? So we're going to go straight to Bard. I'm going to do something with my Google Analytics that people might freak out about, but you can dump that into Bard and just say, hey, tell me what to do. And then I'll show you how to spin that around the loop. But what we have here with Golf Chirps is just a simple little fun deal you can make for your buddies, or you can put it on your website or your app, and you just say, miss putt. We'll see if it fires up right out of the gate first, but yeah, so it says, did you bring a machete instead of a club? Nice. Slice right. So the thought was, we've all been standing over that birdie putt. You got 15 feet, and you leave it short. Like, imagine if you and three of your buddies are sitting there. All right, you guys ready? Before they hit it, and just boom, boom, boom. I mean, you're going to have Golf Chirps already planned and all that stuff. But the cool thing about it, too, is I'll put a form on my website. And if there's a golf situation or a golf chirp you like, you can just fill it into the form, and it'll train this agent as well. I mean, it's not going to be automatic because I'm going to take a look at it. But even try and put some messed up stuff in there, or talk to it and say some shit. Because it's a Google product. It doesn't just let you go pop off and do whatever you want. There's still those safeties in there, so take a look at it. But why is that important, and how's that really going to help your business? We'll go to that one next, because that's the new one I created. But this is Hank. So Hank has been living on my website for a couple days now, the newest version of him. But the analytics are what's really cool about it, because you'll be able to find out what people are actually talking about, what they're interested in. That way you're not just making content or making products for something that isn't relevant. And it was actually pretty funny when I first built this. The most actually looked at one on my website was, where's that chat? You guys got to see this one. It was the Hey Mary J, the Colorado dates. Really cool. But for example, let's just go back to the home page real quick. We'll go take a look at Mary J, and then we'll start building one. But Mary J, I thought of hey, Colorado is an awesome state. There's a lot of cool stuff to do outside. If you need a date idea around where you're at, this is day one of really working effectively for Hey Mary J. I had the data store wrong on the first one, but if you go to Hey Mary J, you just click on this button, and it'll take you to that page. If you notice the chat's different colors here, just hit refresh. And this one's kind of cool. So, hey Mary J. And you can say, what's up? You can say, hey, whatever. Good. Can you give me a cool date idea in Littleton, Colorado? Boulder. I mean, that's not too close. So Boulder. I don't like that. Cool date idea Littleton. Not Boulder. What about Denver? All right. Ooh, Murder Mystery House. Cool. Lakeside. Coors Field ball game. So, a couple things there we're going to have to take a look at. One, the location, which is an easy fix. You just create essentially what's called an intent and an entity. Those parameters are already built into Google, so it'll know that it's in Colorado. And then the time of year. Cookie. The time of year is important because you can't go to the baseball game today. It's the winter. Cookie's chewing on a stuffed animal. Come here, baby. Yes, I know. My sweetie Cookie. And this is Cheech. They're my puppies. I don't know if you guys can see that, but with Hey Mary J, we're going to have to make those changes. So, first things first, we'll get into it here in a sec. But you guys got to see one more little example. And this one's really cool. This one's a full-built hybrid agent for a dentist or dental team, but you can use this for salons, spas, whatever. Anything that's really going to book an appointment, or, you know, for example, if you've had to answer the same question for 100 times at your job every day, this is what that's good at. So, hello. Tell me about your clear aligners. So this one I've built out very significant for Shore Lake Dental. The way they're going to be using this AI is absolutely incredible. Their vision for it is awesome. And what you can do is essentially these things integrate with Facebook, you know, whatever else. And I've got approved to build some apps on there. So I'm going to start tying it in different places. But it's a huge difference between the automated messaging bullshit that you get from everybody else and then having a natural language processing agent is just absolutely incredible. So, do you guys do implants? And then one thing that was important to do for essentially a dentist is, hey, we got to talk about insurance, you know, but we can't miss. You can't say one thing and do another, or you can't say, hey, should I pull out my own tooth? So let's try it. Hey, should I grab a bottle of tequila and pull my own tooth out? We don't want it to say yes. So you got to have those safety controls in there, right? So you need generative where you need it, or generative where you want it. You got to have it controlled where you need it, and it's got to be safe, which is nice because it's built on Google. But you can also say, let's see, do you accept PPO cookie insurance? So it says, yeah, we accept a variety of options. Call us to make sure. But by using this, you can also use the call assist, the agent assist, and Dialogflow CX. So this information can already be in the hands of your front desk assistant or receptionist. So they'll be ready to rock and roll. You guys got to meet Cookie. Come here. You can't be swiping that. This is the sweetest little dog you'll ever meet. Her name's Cookie. She will sit in your lap 24/7 if you'll hold her. She's a sweetie. We gotta get back to work though. Love your dogs, people. And if you see dogs at PetSmart, you pet them. That's what you do. You give them treats. Okay, so we got Shore Lake Dental. But let's start thinking, okay, how are we going to really start thinking about this? So, Cookie. You need something to chew on? Cooks. Where's your toy, boo? You need a toy? Here. There you go. All right, sorry about that. So, what are we going to do? I want to make golf chirps, right? So I want to make something that can chirp to my buddies. It's already ready to rock and roll, but how am I going to go about doing that? Well, first we got to test it, see if it's working. So YouTube live page. That's the home of golf chirps tonight. Because we're doing it. Let's see. Missed putt. So it's the same ones, right? That's something we're going to have to improve on as far as the data stores and the knowledge bases, but, well, that was old Dialogflow ES, but what you got to think about is do these daily. So it's just little pieces of it every day is really going to grow with you. Like, you don't want to take everything you have and just throw it at this right away. Like, you got to build a foundation of where you want this to go. So golf chirps, let's see. What are we going to do? So first things first, we're going to have to, well, I want to show you this with analytics because this is something fun. So let's get some analytics data. We want to pull you. Okay, let's go. I want to see what users are doing. User behavior overview. What do I want to capture? Let's go pages and screens. Okay, this is a really cool feature that Bard's doing right now. I don't know if it's going to continue to do it, but what you can do is just take a screenshot. If you guys jump into my user IDs and everything, don't do it. I mean, you can, but. All right, so got my boy Riley's Roofing up there. I'm going to hook them up too. Show them how to do this. But essentially, you can just come in here, take a quick screenshot of your analytics data. So make sure you have your Google Analytics data. And then go, hey, wow, put it into Bard. Say, hey, Bard, can you take a look at this and provide recommendations? I can't spell it right now. For my website, please. That's all you do. And then what we're going to do with this after is take it, put it into an agent, learn, get better. Come on, Bard. More informative. All right. So this has actually been a process with Bard. The transitions of the website have been absolutely, I mean, hey, make it more clear. Okay. I do chatbots, AI on Google. But there's also been actually a lot of questions. Who are you? How long have you been doing this? What do you do? Service pages. Yeah, absolutely. As far as the meetings, I got to expand on that. The about page. So yeah, really, I mean, the website has got to the point where, hey, now people know I'm doing chat agents, Vertex AI search, but now people want to know more about the business, what we're doing. There's certain widgets on Wix that I can put in individually, and the tools that I use are all common tools, right? It's like Wix, Bard, Analytics, YouTube, all the socials. And then on the AI side, I also use Zapier for Zaps in the automation, Zapier interfaces, which will be part of essentially that full sales flow. So that'll be YouTube Live Pro. It'll be the sales flow. I'm going to build that out for Riley's Roofing. And then the Zapier side of things, that's going to be a piece of Riley's Roofing, but that'll be on the AI beginner side. And that's really good because those tips and optimization tricks like, hey, going from analytics to Bard, just take a screenshot and go. It's going to save you a ton of time. And it gets you, a lot done, but you really got to piece it all together. So that's cool how we can do that. Yeah, those little chatbot ones. So some suggestions, but let's go to this. So now we're just going to dive in and start doing golf chirps, how I did it. Because everybody wants to be like, hey, I had this great conversation with ChatGPT, or I had this great conversation with Bard. Now, how do I make it effective? And there's a good point. So you also got to think, hey, how do I write this in the right format to make sure that my Vertex AI conversation agent can take it and run with it? And when you become a member of JAI, I'll have all these documents and everything inside the members area with a step-by-step process you can follow along and go get it. These YouTube lives are going to go as well as they can, hopefully better down the road. But for now, we're just going to do them live because I see so many people doing clickbait stuff and saying ChatGPT and look at this tool, and they have no fucking clue what they're doing. So we're going to do them live because that's what we got to do. And it's more fun. Let's go. Hey, Bard. I have an idea. Prompt engineering. Just tell it what you want to do. You don't have to overthink this. Prompt engineering is just saying, hey, Bard, can you help me with this? I can't believe that's an actual thing. Prompt engineering. Stringing them together. Just ask. Let's make conversational back and forth between, and this is important to put your format like this, user who says something bad, something who says a bad golf shot, and you respond with agent. Let's go hit it with your purse. Who says, let's go, instead of bad golf shot, we'll say, who says short putt. Look at that. Prompt engineering at its finest. So be more respectful. See, it's on a Google product. These are my buddies, though. It's friendly banter. I feel like every time I do something too on AI, it gets banned the next day. But whatever, got it done. It's friendly banter, right? A bunch of examples, please, and make them hilarious. Prompt stacking. Look at that. So, pretty close, right? Now write it in the conversational flow between user and, gotta make sure that format's correct, that helps. And agent for example, user slice right agent. They shouldn't have built those houses there. Can we just talk about that for a sec? We gotta stop the AI development for a second and just say, if you're building a golf course, you know I'm gonna show up and pump one about 250 straight, about 250 right, because I'm gonna swing real hard and it's gonna hit somebody's house. In theory, I've never actually done that, but stop putting houses right next to the slice range. Like, do a little cutout, white stakes, red stakes, stop to a point, and then we'll white stake them so we can go get our ball. Okay, figure it out. I'm gonna make a golf course designer AI. Watch that happen. Write as many examples as possible. See what it says. So it's going back and forth, right? Like, it's getting a little bit too much conversational. So we'll say prompt engineering. Write just one user missed put and one agent. Try nice read. Meet. Write a list or write a full write a list of back and forth comments like that between user and agent with a bunch of different bad golf shot examples and funny golf chirps after. Golf chirps after. See what it says. Doing some prompt engineering. Do a different example each time. User missed putt. Agent. Try to make it next time. Meet. Then do another one. User. Thin chip. Agent. Feel bad for the people trying to have lunch at the clubhouse you just hit into. User. Water. Agent. Better hold that breath. Scuba. Capitalize you. Scuba Steve. Right. 30 more examples that are different for golf. Bard. Okay, so we're going, actually, this might be pretty good. Because he's giving me actually a little bit more conversation back and forth, which from last night's stuff, it was user agent. But having this be able to come back a little bit and be like, hey, you know, even if your buddies say something or whatever, that might be pretty good too. So we're going to let that one roll. I like that one. And this is important to pay attention to. I'm going to have to clean up these quotation marks, but having user agent like this, all caps, space it out, is going to let your Vertex AI conversation learn that pretty well. And it can learn more stuff, and it does really well at PDFs right now. Initially, early on, it had to be, exact format, which you get, but now it's getting pretty flexible. So you can take that, you go share and export. We're going to go to docs. Creating. Once we get to my docs, you'll see pretty good example of the data stores you can put together for agents. All right, open Google Docs. Let's go golf chirps 2. And then we're going to clean this up a little bit. So we don't want any formatting. You got to think, hey, this is going into a computer. It doesn't need to look fancy. Computer don't care. Which everybody on the spelling stuff and, technology is going to ruin our world and blah, blah, blah. It's like, why don't you use it as an optimizer to teach people stuff? Because this stuff still exists. And You know what? Here, let's just do this. We're going to try it anyway. We're going to leave it as far as the quotations and see if, as a data store, that can update. But what we're going to do, I'm going to make it, I'm going to double space it just so it can recognize it a little bit. But we're going to see. And this won't be ready to go tonight, but it should be, if it works, ready to go tomorrow morning. If it's not, I will take out the quotes and redo it. But so far, all we've done is talk to Bard, screenshot some analytics, put it in there for website improvements, and made some recommendations. Then I had him or her, I'm not sure, or AI. But now, had that conversation, right? I want a Golf Chirp agent, and I got some information. That's all I've done. So imagine, all the times you've talked to ChatGPT or Bard or anyone else, and it's like, all right, I have this $1 million idea, but I don't know what to do with it. Take that conversation, download it, put it in the correct format, and then you can train an AI agent in a hurry. And that's almost the least amount of time you're going to be spending on this thing. So if you're an expert, if it's education, accounting, finance, fitness, health insurance, you got a salon, a spa, a pet store. If you're an expert in something, you can put all of that knowledge in there, have your little AI optimizer. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So all you got to do is take this and download it in PDF. PDFs have seemed to have been working very, very well. There's other data stores and websites. So if you have a website, there's a good video on the Google YouTube. They say, get your facts together. They've been telling you it's coming for a while. You just got to pay attention. So now that we've downloaded our PDF, get out of here. Put you up on all my usernames and stuff. So in case it blocks something. I probably won't. But let's go over there and see what we got anyway. So, which one are we now? So that's our Golf Chirps. We're going to get out of you. So I've made this, and essentially it's just a new project in GCP. And I'm going to be putting up a tutorial of how to get started with GCP. Don't get overwhelmed by it. There's a ton of stuff. Google's provided a very, very nice platform for everybody to go out and learn. Great resources to go out and check stuff out. Look at all the stuff they have in here. I don't even know what half this stuff is. You would never have time. But there's a ton of AI tools that you can figure out in a hurry. But we're going to go, you want to read something quick? How about that? Imagine using that. People are like, oh, kids are going to cheat in school and everything, but why don't you just give them the tools, right? They're going to use it anyway. Let's make an absolute beast of an expert with it. Like college prep, that's what I'm going to be doing for my nephews, buddy. Really good kids, really awesome people. College prep's a big deal. They're going to be running into a lot of things going into college. All the little stuff, like laundry questions, or, they'll figure it out. They're great kids, but it's just all little stuff. And start thinking about it as an individual optimizer. So, for example, like with my kids, I'm going to start doing little educational videos every day. They can pick what they want, and by their suggestions, I'm going to know what they're looking into. And we can make a custom learning deal for them. As they probably advance and get a little bit older, we're going to have to back it off and say, hey, take this and run with it, because it'll be their individual optimizer, right? And they'll know how to use it and grow with it. And what you got to think is, the earlier you can start with this, AI is not going away. They've given it to the general public. Wonder what, the real tools are. But if you start building yourself an AI today and the foundation of it, think about what you can do in 10 years or even 2 months. Like, for example, I want to show you guys what Hank is working on looking like, and then we'll go in on how to set all this up. But here's the goal at the end of the day. So this is what Hank's going to look like. It's going to handle every aspect of my business. Sales, marketing, customer service, to-do, inventory, and it's going to handle my personal life. You know, I'm going to make a workout generator tomorrow. Kids videos tonight. Relationship stuff. You know, what can I do with my wife? Mary J. Dates. Golf. Terrible golf swing. Well, actually, I got a great golf swing. Terrible golfer. Hit it a ton. Accuracy's not there. Bills and expenses. Imagine, hey, let's put every bill or every schedule we have into this thing. And then you can say, hey, what are my bills coming up this week? What's my average cost? And if you track them over time, the machine learning on this thing is going to be insane. Investments and start a business. I've put in my buddy Riley, huge donation. Thank you, brother. Riley's Roofing. There's a lot they have to deal with as far as contractors, supplies, day-to-day operations. But there's a lot of things that he can do to optimize what he's doing for his business. The donation, for example. What I'm going to do for him there is say, hey, how can you handle that on your tax write-off at the end of the year? What does that information look like? Traditionally, you got to go to a finance website, figure it out, Google it. And with this, you can do it one time, put it in there, and then until something changes, it's going to be an expert in it. Because you got to think, these things have the power of the internet. You just got to guide them in the right direction. So that's what it's going to end up looking like. But to get started, let's show you golf chirps. So that was that. So when you come to GCP, here's the demo project I made. Real easy. Activate the API. It's going to take a few seconds to spin up, but just saying, hey, you can use it. We're going to connect all these dots for you. Don't overthink a lot of these things too. They've made it so user-friendly that you can make one of these out of your website domain and just type it in. And we're going to do chat. Config YouTube. YouTube test. And whenever you're doing conversational AI on Google, you're going to want your data stores as global. Right now in Vertex AI, search and conversation, that's the setting you need. Normally when you're building a Dialogflow CX agent, you got to pick a region. This one currently is global. Let's see. Enable the API. We got another one. But they make it really easy because you got to connect all these services. YouTube Live demo. YouTube Live AI. So data stores. Don't overthink this either. This is pretty cool. Look at the first one. Website URLs. So you can come in here and just look at the directions down here. I can take my entire domain of thataidude.com. Just go boom, thataidude.com. And there's a ton of pages just living on the backside of my website for that reason. 10 steps to start a business, Mary J. Date nights. You should see the Vertex AI search that I put together for Colorado regulations. It's insane. But you can put all this stuff in there, and it's going to be an expert overnight. So think about, especially in finance or insurance, the 9,000 million documents that you have. You can take every single one of them, put them into either an AI chat, Vertex AI search, or conversation. Either or, they both do an amazing job depending on your goal. And it can be an expert in it overnight. Why is that important? Not only just training new people to go out and execute their job with the right information, but now any customer that comes to you is going to have